I took my uncle to like the Apple stores and buy like an Apple Watch and tried to like barter for an Apple Watch.
No.
Yeah.
Like negotiating.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Okay, look, no, this is a new MacBook. It's nice, but my wife makes really good naan.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Tarun, check your hair, dog.
I know. That's always a mess.
Stay sexy. I look wrinkled as hell. I didn't know my shit was this fucked up.
Open it more.
Okay, shit, girl.
Like that. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Like that.
We haven't gone on a date.
What's going on, guys? My name's Tarun Shetty. Welcome to the Convo Sutra. What's going on, guys? My name's Tarun Shetty. Welcome to the Convo Sutra. We have a fantastic episode lined up for you. Joining me is my fantastic panel. How about we do a quick intro for our audio listeners?
I'm Yalda Sadiq. It's my second time on the podcast, and I have known Tarun for a couple of decades now, and I am a producer with Amazon.
I'm Pritesh Shah. I've done like 12 of these, I feel like, but it's not 12. But yeah, had a lot of fun. I have not known Tarun for a couple decades. That was kind of weird. That's a long time. When you say a couple decades, that makes all of us feel old.
I was like, what's the number for
I've
a
known
couple of
Tarun for
decades?
like a decade, and that makes me feel better. Yeah.
Okay, hi guys. Hi, I'm Hedi, and actually I've known Tarun a couple of decades.
Wait, this is just an
Okay,
intro
let's
about
stop.
yourself. Why is this about how you know me?
And how long?
Yeah, exactly.
This got bad.
Yeah, so we met on a show, Desi OC, and
Shout out to Desi OC. Follow the Facebook page.
Look at Tarun's face right now.
Yeah.
He's like,
It doesn't work anymore.
Follow a show that we made 20 years ago.
there we go. Fantastic.
Well, I run the page, so I want more followers.
Yeah, that's amazing.
and yeah, I'm a mother. Sorry, my accent.
Perfect.
My accent. Mother. I'm a mother.
And she doesn't know what her last name means.
That's what I just realized that I never say I'm a mother. That sounds so weird.
Yeah.
I always say I have 2 kids. I guess that's how I say it. That's why it was so weird. Anyways, I'm an actress. I am a Pilates instructor, and I am a realtor.
Wow.
Awesome. That's a lot of jobs.
That's terrific.
That's a lot of hats I'm wearing.
I love having both of you on the podcast because you're both in other professions and you're both successful. That's
Tarun
great.
hates actors so much. It's fantastic.
Yet I still try to
hates
date them.
so much.
I know.
He still wants to sleep with them, but every time,
Like a moth to
every time
fire.
he like has a visceral reaction to actors and like
Yeah,
like a comedian. Like he just wants, like he just gets so
Actors.
grossed
I think
out.
Even
it's
though
like
you
the-
both are actors.
Yeah.
It's like the example of the grass is always greener, right? On the other side.
No,
You
but it
always
is
think,
in this case.
Oh, 100%.
I've just been there, done that. I don't have
Yeah.
this aversion to it. It just doesn't interest me like how it used to.
The people
Wait, what?
or the profession?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
You look so exhausted right
I am exhausted thinking about it.
It's so
I'm
tired.
conditioned. I mean, I don't want to make this whole dating thing again, but like,
Yeah.
whenever I'm with an actress, it's like there would be fights, and I felt like we were doing scenes because they weren't working enough. Honestly,
Wait, having a fight
Okay.
with your girlfriend reminded you of like acting?
I was like, "Are we doing a scene? Like, are there lines to say?" Because I felt like she wasn't working enough, so she would just create drama. But I guess maybe women like to create drama in general. I don't
That's
know.
not true. What
Why?
are you
You
talking
just
about?
See, right now
What
you're
do
just
you-
Look at
you're
that.
creating drama
Look
right
at that
now. I mean, look at this.
Look at this. And the drama started.
Women in general like to create drama. Who says that? That's not
Me,
true.
I just said it.
Well, we're
That's
more
not true.
emotionally minded. That's true, but doesn't mean that's more drama
Yeah, that's
necessarily.
we just look at it from all
different-
Okay,
aspects. and-
when you're in your
Yeah.
period, do you feel like you're getting
okay,
more?
we're going there.
Do you feel like there's more drama? when-
Yeah, they're the
I
devil.
think, okay,
Okay,
it's-
first-
I mean, your
okay.
hormones are a little messed
Yes.
up during that time.
So
for
me-
and then for a man to aggravate you during that time,
Yeah, you should be
that's the
like
man's,
reminded of like
yes,
this is the,
exactly.
like let's chill a little
You know,
bit.
let's drop it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you can.
We
drop
can talk about it later when you're not as like
Exactly, and that's
reactive.
where guys always feel like, wait, ouch, I'm not letting her say something.
Then it's
like
like,
that to
oh,
me.
you have
Then
time for me? You were gonna
And
drop
then-
it for later?
Yeah.
Why
but
not
then
now?
you get upset and you like, don't talk to me like this,
I'm
woman.
just mad
I'm
because
the
dinner
man of
wasn't
the
ready.
house.
Like, was it that big of a deal? Just had the dinner ready and then we were
Period
chilling.
is dinner, isn't it?
Yeah, like that's it. Look at my again. That's all I'm mad about. Give me the foot massage. I know you in pain, but like rub a man's back. Like chill out a little bit. Shit.
No, I mean,
have to calm
I think a
down.
woman should do that for a man if he's coming home and he's tired and he's exhausted.
Yes.
You give as a woman back to the
But what if
man.
the
But what
woman
I'm
has a
saying
job
is
too?
the man, when you see the woman being upset about certain thing, because women do that where they like start like to get off on something and get upset at, like, let's say something that's not working correctly and they work themselves up into it. And I think that if the man takes it a little bit more easy and says, you know what, it's fine, it's gonna be fine, babe, don't worry, instead of him fueling, wait, what do you mean? It's okay. And
Who's
then it starts-
fueling it though? That guy would. That
And
guy,
the
a guy
man
would be an
fuels
idiot
it.
to do
The
that.
man
true.
fuels it. If he walks away and says, babe, it's all gonna be fine,
Yeah.
and he gives her this reassurance, then she drops it. It calms all
No,
down.
that
It
does never.
calms down.
That's never happened.
That happens to me.
Have
like,
you
I feel
tried?
like it's a reminder
Yes.
that it's not
I was
a
like,
big
what
deal.
do I say here? I remember these moments. I'm like, what do
You
I say?
asked?
I just gave up. I'm like,
Well, you
white
can't-
flag.
That's,
That's-
you can't do
that's
that.
not
You
okay.
can't do that.
Yeah,
you should be like,
that's-
hey, it's fine.
Just
it's
calm
fine.
her.
Yeah, just
like,
a reminder, like
yes.
it's a temporary
You don't
thing,
have to go at it
and
like
the
you're
feelings aren't,
having
like,
a battle.
permanent.
Like I think.
Like it's not like a.
Maybe next time I should put you guys on speakerphone.
We're both like talking over each other.
Calm
Like,
down.
yeah, you can
What
do
do I
this.
do now? You can text us that.
Yeah.
What do I do
Calm
now?
down.
It's still not an excuse for anyone to behave in a certain way. There's still accountability for the woman too. It's just that
Yeah,
there's
but-
both sides, right?
Yeah.
Some use it as an excuse to act like an asshole, which is not. Like when people are like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just being sick because I'm on my period." That's bullshit. But if you're a partner, you understand that that's a sensitive period, so you have that, communication.
Yeah.
It's still not
And
an
then,
excuse to act
and
like
then
a dick.
afterwards,
Yeah.
and you know that the woman afterwards will appreciate it because then she comes up to you and says, you know what, I'm overreacted, or thank you, and
some
she
will.
appreciates it.
Some will.
Nobody's ever said that to me. Oh, I
Well, you
overreacted.
haven't never tried this approach, have you?
That's true. And
You
also,
just admitted that. You
I
didn't
would
even
say
know what
that
to
because
say.
I want to keep that relationship and to not make him feel like shit for me
Well,
being so
yeah.
high
Yeah.
strung. And
If
then them
both
calming
of
me
them
down.
are actually investing
Exactly.
in each other, if one is
Yes.
playing the other, then no,
That's-
obviously.
yeah.
it's
Tarun,
not.
I've known you for. What's your longest relationship?
2 years.
Oh damn, that answer was on the tip of your tongue. And that
was
was,
What made it work for 2 years?
and you loved her.
Yeah,
Okay. And how long ago was this?
years ago.
Like over a decade?
Yeah.
So since then, you've never been in a long-term relationship. Wow.
Was it because she's the one that got away so you can't do it again?
You know, I went through like a lot of women in my 30s. I've talked about this, and I feel like now my standards I'm more picky now. I won't just settle if you're pretty. Like there's got to be more to the package.
But that's
and
what-
also I need to be where I am in my career and as a person. I don't know if I'll ever get to that point because I'm such a perfectionist. Like I want everything to be just, copacetic. And I don't know if that actually exists. But I feel like when you're in a relationship, there's going to be chaos. There's going to be,
Perfectionism doesn't exist.
yeah, I agree with you.
I think you could. Have you ever considered like doing both at the same time, like growing your career and having a relationship that'll like turn into marriage and long-term stuff at the same time?
No,
Because you've given everything to the career 100%.
pretty much.
Have you given 100% to a relationship before?
No,
You haven't.
no,
So the 2 years you didn't give 100%?
no.
What percentage
What is this,
did you give?
therapy?
No, it's not even there. Remember I told you about short answers?
Yeah.
This is why this shit
No,
hilarious.
I'm holding
do you
you
wanna say?
accountable. So you don't,
yes
you don't
or no questions for
Maybe you should like change the mindset or like the story you're telling
If you
yourself.
want to.
If
Why? I like my life.
Okay, then you don't have to.
so you're not looking to have a relationship.
If somebody compliments me and I have a good time with them, I will go out with them. I'm not like some
No, I'm
ascetic
talking about
monk.
relationship, not go out. Like have like
Why
a
does everything have to
long-term-
be like a relationship? Why can't that grow organically in a relationship versus, hey, let's go out and let's be in a relationship? Why
No, it
can't
doesn't
that-
have to be. It's saying, do you have what's your intention?
Right, I guess
If
that's
your
what I'm
conscious
saying.
intention is to
Yeah.
go out and just sleep with someone, is your conscious intention to see where this goes because
Yeah.
you're looking for a deeper level of commitment with someone.
Exactly.
Yeah, if I feel like there's something there, I will go open-minded and I will be open-minded and think, oh, this might grow into something deeper and more fulfilling.
Yeah.
But usually it doesn't go more than a few dates where I'm like, okay, I don't know if there's actually a future here between us.
That's fine. Then you know what you're looking for.
But do you think that's more on you than the person?
Probably.
I think that's more on you.
It definitely is.
I think there's like more internal blocks to that.
Yeah, I'm the common denominator for sure. But I do think it's 50-50. I feel like if I feel like it's a waste of my time, I'm not going to waste their time.
But that's maturity and age, right?
Yeah, I'm
Like
very
speaking.
mature.
Yeah.
No,
but
let's definitely not go that far.
no, but I think that does come with age and time, where you're like, I have limited time on this planet. Don't waste it. Like,
I'm
honestly,
not going to die.
no, I mean, we are all gonna die at some point, but like, you realize, like, okay, I have my good years to, like, 70, 75, 80, whatever.
Good years are behind me. That's already done.
That's not true.
That's what I'm saying. You change the story you tell yourself in your mind. Like,
Come
you
on.
do.
My prime years physically was behind me.
But that's physically.
Yeah,
Now you're like,
that's what I'm talking about.
a true you though now, because you've like grown into yourself.
Bro, we need
Wait,
to go to
why
Chuck
are
E.
you so
Cheese.
negative?
Yeah, you're negative as hell. Negative Nancy today.
I am
the hell
real.
going on?
I'm a real person.
Yeah, no, we know you're real. You're here. We
But
see you
I'm
moving.
just trying to help you see it from like a different perspective, because like, as a friend who've known you for 2 decades, like it's.
Repeated. You're not helping his negative attitude.
Yeah.
You're
No,
once
but
again
what
talking
I'm
about
saying,
20 years.
I've known you the longest, and I've always looked up to you because I think you're like such
You
an
look up to me?
awesome. I do. I think you're such an awesome
look at me.
person.
Wait, don't do that.
What?
Don't look up to him.
No, look.
Continue the conversation.
No, but like honestly, like I think you're awesome, and I think that you just need to like change the narrative in your mind to kind of get the results that you're looking for.
First of all, I do think of myself highly, which is why I won't put up with like.
Exactly. Okay,
If
good.
I feel like it's not going to benefit me, I will just drop it. I feel like I bring a lot to the table.
Great.
So,
Awesome.
But if I feel like it's wasting my time, I just won't deal with it anymore. I'll be like, let's just move on.
Yeah, but like you were saying, like I think it's subjective, because you were saying, oh, I don't want to date anybody who has kids. And it's weird, because I think if I date a guy, and so to me also, when I meet a guy and he's in his 40s or 50s and he has no kids, I think there's something wrong with him too.
Right.
So there's two sides, how you look at it. And I don't think it just like sometimes things happen this way and sometimes
There's no formula.
Totally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And especially for, you said in an earlier podcast that you would, go for someone who's like 30 or in their 30s to date. And by then, a lot of people do have kids, right? So if she's the full package but has a kid.
Fine, I'll marry someone who has kids.
No, because us three are looking at you and we're like, we need to give him a hug.
Yeah, that's
I'm
how it
actually-
feels.
We need a group hug at the end
Yeah.
of this, guys.
My life's really awesome. I think I was telling somebody last night, people don't understand how boring my life is on a daily basis. And
I mean,
I
we
actually,
all
But if
kinda
that's-
go
What do
towards
you
boring
do?
as we
Like,
get
how's
older.
your day? You
that's
wake
true.
up
And also,
and
if it
how
works
does
for
it
you,
go?
that's not boring.
About me.
Tell us your day, like how's your day that it's boring. So when you wake up at what time?
you want to go through my whole day?
Yeah.
What's
Well,
a typical
I'll-
day for Tarun?
I'll just synopsize this. I wake up and I work and I get coffee.
What time do you wake up usually?
Like 9 o'clock. But
okay.
I'm up to like 3. So I just work throughout the day. I take a lot of breaks. I go to the gym. I do my spiritual stuff. And then I do some blow and call it a day.
I was like, this sounds amazing until.
He's just like,
Yeah.
it's a beautiful spiritual day, and then he's like,
What's
fantastic.
Hedi, what's your day like?
Well, I wake up at 7 and I do my breath exercise work, and then the kids go to school. I help them get ready, this, that. And then I go to work, and either I work from home, depending on what type of work I'm focusing on that day. That is the day off. And so I work until they come home and give them lunch or get them ready for appointments, do this and work a little bit more. And then, then it's nighttime. You have dinner. And
Do you feel like it's
either
like
you go to dinner, maybe if something, or like anything. But
do you feel like you have like a
road?
life in LA, like it's a day in, day out, like a drudgery, or do you actually enjoy what you're doing?
I was just thinking to be more present and like and be more grateful of anything, and it kind of makes you look at things differently.
I think what's like helped me is that like you have something or everything that you've always like prayed for or like wanted in life. So I think like look at it from that perspective is like, yes, every day like it sucks to, traffic or whatever, like things just come up. But if you like sit down and you're like, but this is everything I've always wanted. And then that changes your perspective, and then you kind of like appreciate it and you're grateful for it. And I think as far as like being more present, I have made a very conscious decision to like stay away from like social media and like put my phone away, just like put it away, and I don't have to respond to every single notification because I'm busy playing with my daughter and I'll get to it when I get to it, or I'm like busy having like a quick dinner with my husband because she's actually playing right now and she's busy, so we can have a minute to ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's you but those are all things that you have to consciously make a priority and then work on it.
What I'm listening to is like you found certain things that make you happy, like triggers throughout your day, like sitting with your daughter, your husband, those little moments. For me, it's like, getting coffee or like going to the gym, like these little things or going for like a walk. I walk at night sometimes when I just want to clear my head. Those little things where you can kind of just tap into who you are as people.
Yeah.
What do you do, Pritesh?
Well, Indian uncle, what's up? Walk at night. Let's go. It's in our blood, baby. Everything we talk shit about, it comes back around, dog.
Well, that's
it
me.
comes back around.
That is so
you remember
true.
all the stuff we made fun of our parents? He's like, well, I ended with a walk and just my head. It's the same shit we used to make fun of our parents when we were kids.
Absolutely.
That is so true.
I used to make talk. I'm like, who walks all the time?
Yeah.
Like, sit down.
100%.
Like, I hate going to do the walk. You know?
Now it's more for my mind too.
Of
Yeah,
course. I mean,
because you realize the connection.
clarity and
Yeah.
movement of the
Yes.
body, right? Moves
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
What do you ask me? Like, what do I do during the day?
Lost track.
What do you do to like tap into who you are as people, like
As a
person?
I think
That makes you
actually
happy.
I try to
the
be
walk-
I do my present as possible. The thing is, like, I don't have a normal job, so also my day's more free, which is part of what I like. Like, it attunes me to life and nature a little bit. But I wake up early, like 7, not super early, but 7:30. I hit the gym, and then I'll come back and walk the dog.
Oh, you have a dog. That's forget.
My baby.
Oh, what kind of dog do you have?
She's a 16-pound Maltipoo.
Oh, cute.
She'll be
That is
14
so
in April.
cute.
That is so cute.
she's the
That's
cutest
such a
thing.
girly dog.
It is a girly dog, right? And I lied every
Do you judge
second.
people based on what dog they have?
I mean, it's like you look at somebody and you see their dog.
Why would happen any other way? It's the best thing on the planet.
I mean, it's cute. I don't say it's a bad thing. I'm just saying you think of that person in a
Yeah,
more
you might think I have like
certain
a
way.
pit bull or something.
A what?
A pit bull. I do like big dogs, but I want a big house if I had a big dog.
True.
I met Hedi's dog. It like stole my shoes.
How big's
Wait,
the
what's your dog?
He's a little wiener dog.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
little hot dog.
Yeah.
But I do that, and then I come back, whatever auditions, work, emails, phone calls, things I have to do throughout the day. Obviously, like whatever my meditations and things I do, read. I actually don't watch as much TV as people would assume I would because I'm in the business. I'm not always watching a show or something.
Do you watch movies more than shows?
Documentaries are the number one thing. I watch.
She's like, do you watch Amazon?
I watch documentaries a lot.
Do you have Amazon Prime membership?
I
That's
do.
what I want to
She can hook you up.
Yeah,
I can't. I have no power.
I love documentaries and things like that. And then I just like hang out with my good buddies. Honestly, the older I get, man, I really value my friends
Yeah.
because they're my chosen family. And I hang out with my buddies as much as possible. We talk all the time. If I can hit the gym with them, I still value that. If I can't, they come to my house on the weekends to watch sports or whatever
That's
it may be.
nice.
But like, I don't give a damn how old you get. Like that matters the most to me. I really value it the older I get. I say sometimes people see the way I live or my personality, and when I'm out and about, I know a lot of people. I've networked well. I've know a lot of people, but I have like 5 friends, maybe 10.
But those are like friends that are like family.
real friends,
Right.
Right.
That are, like,
I know a lot of people, but I would say very few people actually know me. Actually know.
But that's like your community.
Why is that?
I mean, it takes effort, time, and intimacy to get to actually know someone.
Especially as a dog.
I can go perform stand-up, I can act, I
Yeah.
can go mingle at a networking event, but you're not going to actually know the depth of who I am and go on this ride of life with me.
That just
And
takes
you don't
years.
need to. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
you're better or worse than. It's just like it takes time and effort, and that's going to be a small group of people that you can actually know that got you. Really got you, dude. You know that. You never forget the people that are there when you're going through the worst time of your life. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
The people on the fringes, they all disappear.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think as you get older too, you have, less tolerance for people. And they're-
And then he just walks away and leaves.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people I just stopped calling back. I'm like, if I feel like my energy is like enervated when I talk to them,
Yes. 100%.
this is.
But do you communicate that or do you just ghost?
Good question.
Because those are 2 separate scenarios. You
Yeah.
can always communicate that.
if you communicate it, you're never going to convince that person. People
Why do you have
have,
to convince them?
they are not going to understand what you're saying. It's like an argument. It's like trying to win an argument. There's no point because they're They see something a certain way. I see something a certain way. Why even have this argument?
Well, I disagree with you because I don't think you have to convince them or make them understand.
So you're saying to communicate
You just have
in
to
a
communicate.
sentence. Just
because
say,
you communicate
Yeah.
what you're doing doesn't mean that it has to be understood because that's on them. And as long as you're being as clear as possible, and they don't have to agree with you.
If I see your name pop up on my phone and I'm like, God damn it, I got to pick up this call.
Oh,
like,
Tarun, you crack me up.
and I'm like, I'm not going to continue this. This is a waste. But now I tend to cut off people too quickly now. So my circle's gotten a lot smaller, but I'm actually okay with it.
But that's like the thing that people were also saying is like we've gotten way too much into the self-care thing to like not even give people a chance really because
that's not self-care though.
What?
That's the thing. It's like we've used self-care as an excuse to be disconnected from people. and be
exactly.
too
Then it's
selfish, actually.
Exactly.
It's not even self.
It leads to
Yeah.
being too alone and for too long from too many people instead of just kind of like people are people. They're gonna make mistakes. They're gonna disappoint you, and then it's how you then decide to approach them in your life.
Community is
basically.
important.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like that's the thing that is always.
Why is it important?
What do you mean? Why is it important? Because we're social animals. We rely on each other for support. The reason is before the modern age of like maybe last 100, 150 years, which is nothing, you needed people to survive. You needed people to survive, to hunt, to gather, to protect, to provide shelter. You needed a group mentality, right? And so luckily we live in the Western world where life is really easy, dude. For everyone. Even the people that you think you're going through a tough time, you're not. Because you have access to technology, you have access to transportation, you have a home, you can flip on a switch and light turns on. Like life's no tigers hunting you. There's no famine. There's running water. Like so everything until 150 years ago that you needed to purpose. People always talk about what's your purpose? What's your purpose? Before
Survive.
purpose was to live.
Survive.
Now it's what a luxury to sit here and be bored and be like, what's my purpose? What a freaking luxury, bro. And that's why you can sit in your home and be all quiet and not worry about dying. And then you can be like, oh, okay, I don't need anybody.
You know what I've noticed though? People who get married, I never see them ever again once they have kids. Like they're like,
But who are your people, dude? I have friends who are married with 3 kids who still make effort to hang out with me.
my best friends have kids and I go to their house like every other weekend. But my other friends, like,
Can I
guess
be added to that every other weekend?
it's like a built-in excuse. Like, oh, I can't, I've got kids. I gotta,
No, it's not a built-in excuse. It can be. I think it's just that, look, every stage of life, and you get busier, you're going to weed out people that don't make the circle, right?
Yep.
And so, like, my friends who are married with kids and I still make the circle, they're just as involved in my life. I make sure I go visit them. I have relationships with their children. I know their wives. Like, I'm friends with their wives because that matters. I'm sure when that situation happens for me, I'm married and have kids, there's maybe people that I talk to once in a while that I probably won't talk to much anymore.
Yeah.
But my close group of friends that I'm talking about earlier, they ain't going nowhere.
Hey,
They're gonna be homies with the wife. They're gonna know the kids. Like
It also
come on.
depends on what stage the kids are in, because like as Hedi said, like they're 11 and 13, so they're more independent now. Like whereas if they're like a newborn or like a 6-month-old, that's different. Like the commitment from the parent is so much different than when they're like a little bit older.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
Hedi, did your friend circle get smaller when you had kids?
I think so, and it's also a different circle. I think if you're a single mom versus if it's couples and kids, it's not the dynamic doesn't work most of the time.
that makes sense.
Do you balance
know,
both? Like your married
Mostly,
couple friends and the other
no,
one?
not that's what I mean. Like I don't even hang with, not really that I'm close with my best friends. They're like they live in Europe. They don't even.
They're all super hot. I seriously, you don't even count
Look
this
at
conversation.
homie. This is the second time he comes
No,
out.
she
But
knows
they're
this.
older than 30.
DM her all the time. I'm like, well, how come I'm not invited to this? Like, the great thing about Hedi is like she just maintains her life since you were 21. I don't know. I feel like you always consistently go out and do your thing, and you're very independent, and you just don't let people derail what you want to do. Like that's Hedi. How she is, this overly positive thing, is who she is off camera. It's really amazing.
Thanks.
What a compliment.
Yalda, on the other hand,
Negative Nancy here. No.
I want to ask you guys about living in LA. Who's the most famous celebrity you've met in LA?
I've met, well, okay, since you mentioned like working in Bollywood, through Showbiz
The
India.
Kaderi brothers.
I've actually never met them.
Those are Afghani like singers or something, right?
Yes. Yeah, the Qadri brothers.
I didn't say that properly. Sorry, Afghanistan.
Yes.
No one's watching in
I
Afghanistan.
know.
This is huge in Afghanistan.
yeah.
People love this podcast.
No
It's the
idea.
only one there. They don't want to listen to other
That's
ones.
right.
They have internet.
That's how they learn about the world.
Yeah,
through
they're
us.
taking it in.
The Convo Taliban. That's what it's called.
So at Showbiz India, I met Abhishek and Aishwarya on a red carpet for a guru, which was like amazing. And then just through, I worked at Inside Edition for a few years, and I would get to go to like the Oscars and Golden Globes and the Emmys, and like not like meeting celebrities, but like you see them, you know, as they're like walking through, or like you try to grab them and bring them over to do an interview. So I've met, like I saw Matthew McConaughey and Leo and all those guys when they were getting those awards and stuff.
So they know you on a first name basis.
Totally, just like I know them. So
It's terrific.
yeah.
What about you, man? You're like, I look in the mirror every day and I see myself.
I am the celebrity.
I just don't give a shit. I mean, you can go.
Recently, just like I was in.
Did you just get an Indian
Yeah.
accent? All of a sudden, she goes, I don't know.
Recently.
Recently, I met. She turned into an auntie quick. How the hell that
Did
come
it,
out?
did it sound like
Yeah.
recently? It's all the.
Fine. You know, for Hedi, who's the most famous celebrity you've gone out with? I feel like you must date celebrities, right?
No, I'm not talking about something like that.
Oh, so it's true though,
Wait,
right?
are you on Raya?
I was on Raya for a while.
I was, I was, and then I'm not anymore. But I'm
Okay.
trying to get back on. But I'm
Why?
not on it.
She's blocked.
No. Yes.
Really?
Just be invited on,
I,
like,
like,
you can
everyone
invite
get.
her,
I
right?
can imagine.
I'm all my friends. I have like it says 30
Everyone's on it,
invitations.
yeah.
So
Oh.
like they're.
Okay.
I don't
No,
know
but this
what I
man,
did.
hey, no.
something.
Once you're
I'm
on,
saying-
you never get kicked
No,
off.
I had a different number, and then it was
That's
with
why
a different.
she messing with the system. They know she's shady. She messing with the system.
No, it was.
Trying to get 2 accounts on Raya, girl. I see your ass.
What do I need to?
Because you're trying to go out with 2
Can't even
NBA players at
maintain
the
one,
same
I guess.
time.
Last month there was a Formula One in Vegas. I met Axel from what's it called? Axel
Guns N'
Rose
Roses?
from Guns N' Roses. That was cool. I was like, oh, you love your song because it
Wasn't
was
that
like
the guy
at
that
this.
they just said had a baby while married with someone else?
No, that was from
That's
not
Foo
so-
Fighters.
That was
Sorry.
just recent. I mean, I've met Kim Kardashian. I mean, she's cool. She was nice.
You met
Get it?
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
Where?
She's had great movies.
My friend was her publicist.
Great films.
And
Her resume.
we were at this event. Then she
I was
in
telling
love
him
with
you kind of have like a Kim Kardashian thing.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's maybe the Middle Eastern look, right?
Probably.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
that's what it is.
I think we won
It's
that.
a light
Well,
skin,
look the
dark
same.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tarun, you got
The
you have an
eyebrows,
Indian
the
man
hair.
vibe.
Good.
I mean, I get all kinds of nationality. I get Indian. I get Mexican.
I can see Mexican. You're
Yeah.
tall for Mexican though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm ambiguous.
Yeah,
Right?
same. I get all that. Like, I get Persian,
Yep.
Armenian,
Yep.
Turkish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turkish.
Yeah.
I can validate
Oh.
all those.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Nihan
This
was
is
on.
fun.
What else? Like Arab. I
Yep.
think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but no one ever guesses Afghanistan. But I don't expect them to. Sadly.
It's a country you hear about, but you never meet people from.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so interesting.
It's
Yeah.
like you know all the states, and then when someone's like, "Yeah, I'm from Rhode Island," you're like, "Wait,
People
what?
live there?
Like people live? You're like,
Yeah.
You ever meet someone from Rhode Island?
Yeah.
You're like, no, you don't.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
mean,
from
he's
Rhode
my
Island."
first New Hampshire person I've met.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even
My
know
brother.
I never
Oh,
knew,
that's your second person.
I never knew
yeah.
Indian people were in New Hampshire, bro. I never knew we migrated like that.
We're
you know
not.
what I mean? I didn't know we flocked to these weird states.
New Hampshire's a beautiful state.
No, it's gorgeous,
There's
I'm
not
just
a lot of people in, you're right though, not a huge South Asian demographic.
Are you like the only family there?
Now it's a lot more. In New England in general, Massachusetts, New Hampshire,
Yeah.
there's a whole community there now. But it's definitely, when my dad moved there in the 70s, yeah, we were like one of the first probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you wish you had moved there now, like so that you could have that community, or do you
No.
not?
It
No.
had nothing to do with, no offense, but like, I feel like that was my time back then. And for me to go back now, I would never go back only because that's where I equate home. And that's something that's can never be recreated again.
I just
So-
meant like I guess if like you were still a kid and your parents had moved there now with the bigger Indian population.
Sure. But I mean, my parents did a good job like integrating us with Indians in America. Like we'd go to like these functions and stuff. So
Okay.
I was never like totally disassociated with South Asians.
Got it.
So they did a great job raising us. My celebrity is, and the reason why I ask, because people who are watching this sometimes, wherever they live, it's a big deal. Like seeing these, we live in LA where we're constantly
We're
surrounded
jaded by
by.
it all the time.
I used to pass out flyers for like movies and stuff. My first job in LA, and I gave a flyer to Paul McCartney once, and I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, he looked at the flyer. He was like, "Who's in it?" It was like a free movie, and I was like, "Dennis Quaid," and he was like, and he gave. And I was
That's
like,
amazing.
yeah, and I feel like he was entertaining the conversation.
Yeah.
And I didn't like bug him, but I was like, man, that guy was a Beatle.
Right.
But
It's
it's
amazing.
Los Angeles. You just meet huge
Yeah.
people out here.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to parties where there were all of them like that there.
We're not talking about Diddy parties.
Yeah.
If her and I went to a Diddy party,
Yeah.
I'd be getting more attention. Let's just get that out the way. That's a Diddy party.
Yep.
And I got invited many times with the thing, because he had a house in Beverly Hills, and the girl I was dating at the time was friends with him. But I always feel awkward going to another man's house. I don't know.
Really?
I don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wait.
just really weird to me.
Wait, so if you met a girl and she had like a couple of guy friends,
That's
you wouldn't
different.
go
But this is
there?
a famous celebrity. He has no idea who I am.
Okay.
And
So celebrities is where that
yeah, because
applies.
he's just like everyone's wanting to be around that
Oh, I
energy.
see.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
This is a problem I always have when you go on dates. It's like I tell girls, I'll say, hey, it's not that I don't trust you. Go out with your girlfriends, have fun, do your thing. My problem is I speak men fluently. I speak men, and a drunk man at 1 a.m. wants one thing. He's not trying to be nice. He's not trying to be cool and courteous and stuff. I'm worried about them dudes.
Yeah, but it
I'm
depends
not worried
on
about
how
you.
weak as a woman you are, or how creepy also a guy is.
That's what I'm
when
saying.
When a guy comes to you and a woman looks at you like, "What do you want?" Then what is he gonna do?
Of course, I don't.
But
it's-
if she's like insecure and like that timid kind, where he feels like it's a prey, then he probably will take advantage of a
mean,
girl
you-
like that. But depends also on the guy.
fair
right?
statement, but it's just if I'm not there to be protector.
Yeah, then
then-
you just as a man feel obligated for your girlfriend.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
like
That's just how I
like
roll.
your
That's
So
just-
then why not go
understandable.
with her if she wants to go?
Well, I would in those situations, but sometimes they don't want. So I'm just like, yo, you got to be mindful because it's your job to protect yourself, and you can't. And a man will always overpower you.
Yelda, you need a protector when you go out.
She has the British rule, colonialism, and it's about ain't no one messing with her.
Okay, first off, I've only been with.
Tell your husband to return our stuff, by the way. That museum is full of all of our shit, and we'd like it back. So how about you bring that back to the table, and then we'll talk about
We
when
have
you guys
talked
go
about
out
that.
and shit.
Yeah,
You know what
we've
I mean?
definitely talked about that.
Yeah,
But you know what's interesting? It blows my mind is that we've had this conversation several times, and he says that in school, like high school, college, they don't teach them about all the colonialism of like the UK government or like
Oh
what
yeah.
they did in the past.
Winner writes the history books.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
History's his story.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
always
So I
that,
was
yeah.
like, and he'll be like, "What are you talking about? We never did that." Like jokingly, because of course he knows they did that,
He
but they
doesn't,
were
does he
never.
have an accent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like,
But-
what you mean?
But he's always like, but we were never taught that formally with like in textbooks, which is mind-boggling to me. Like that's such a huge part of your story, like what you did to the rest of the world. But they're just like,
Sounds like a fun relationship.
Yeah, she just started bickering and telling him how bad of a human being he is.
not him. None of us have anything to do with
You
it.
any of
ruined the
it.
world.
I mean, they didn't either. There was every country's been full of crap, right?
Yeah.
Like everyone's raped, like human beings' history is pretty
Yeah,
rough,
it's
dude.
horrible. Yeah.
We've been raping, pillaging, stealing, enslaving each other since the beginning of time. No matter what color you are, we're all guilty of it. We've all done it. Like no one's innocent. But the British are the most to make fun of because they're the most recent.
Yeah.
Ayatollah. I mean,
Yeah.
Iran's not completely innocent.
Did you? I've never seen someone
Straight Ayatollah.
But look at her. I've never seen someone roll her eyes without.
Well,
rolling
she's
her
German.
eyes.
Actually,
No, but she rolled her eyes without rolling them.
Actually,
I've
she
never
grew up
seen
in
that shit in my
Germany,
life.
right?
She went. She like her eyes shook and shit. She went. Yeah, evil shit.
She had a physical reaction to
That's
the
the
name.
same reaction she had when Diddy gave her that drink at the Diddy party. Like, yeah, like, huh? What happened here? Look at that.
I saw Diddy once when I was passing out flyers in New York for comedy, and he was wearing sunglasses at like 8 o'clock at night. You know, like walk by.
He had
me.
shit to do. I met him. You know where I met him? At Tender Greens.
Oh yeah,
In WeHo. Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one of my girlfriends told me something story like this about him, like all that stuff, like 20 years ago, and I was like, no way, can it be? And I was like, and now everything is coming out. It's crazy.
The truth is always real. Someone told me about Ellen like 10 years ago. about how
Oh.
Who, Ellen?
Ellen, how like terrible a human being she is in person. And I was
Oh,
like,
Elle?
Ellen.
Oh, Ellen.
And I was like, for real? And then all the stuff came out. I was like, yo, because I was on set one time and her name came up. Someone brought her name up. I don't even know why. And this guy just turns the corner, runs towards us. We're like, are you talking about Ellen? We're like, yeah. She's does every bad word you could possibly say. And we're like, what's up his ass, you know?
Yeah.
He was her personal assistant.
Oh.
And so I was just like, this just seems like an angry.
But aren't you supposed to sign a paper where
Oh,
you
he
can't
let that go
disclose?
quick. He was pissed. He hates her. And he told us all this stuff. And we're like, I don't know what to believe.
Right.
And then when all the stuff came out, it was like everything he had told us
Yeah.
about her.
It's interesting what fame does. By the way, like people who get caught, I always say that's the time they got caught. How many times have they done this to
Agreed.
other people, like
Agreed.
slept, like harassment, etc.
Yeah.
But in terms of what you were saying about being an awful person, I know so many comics who have gotten some success and they've become awful people. Like, and I'm like,
They
I
don't
can't
become, they always were. They
exactly.
can show it now.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine
exactly.
them getting to another level. It's like you're already an awful person now. I can't imagine
Right.
you
With like a
becoming-
Netflix special or something, and then
Or these are people with Netflix specials, but they're not
yeah.
like A-list.
Money doesn't change who you are. It just accentuates what was already there.
I just can't imagine how many shitty people there are, and I wonder if is that an LA thing? Is that just people in general?
I think
People.
people, yeah, for sure.
It's people in general, because I have friends who are on TV shows, or I'm sure you do, that are hyper successful, that are really good, genuine,
Yeah.
kind people.
Yeah.
Who use it to help people, who are kind. They haven't used that resource to feed their egos. It's a choice, but they were kind, nice people beforehand. You know.
but those
Yeah.
are very like few where like the power and the money doesn't corrupt, right?
Yeah, it's a choice, but with that it takes a lot more responsibility,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because you do have that power, and you know you could do something,
Yeah.
but you won't because
Right.
you know it's wrong.
Yeah,
I always say watch how people treat the waiters at a restaurant.
Yes.
If they're nice,
100%.
and you can kind of see how human behavior comes out.
Yeah,
Waiters is a part of it. It's just like you see how anyone treats someone that can't do anything for them,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and then you'll always see the truth
yeah.
anywhere. You know what I mean?
I actually stopped going out with a acquaintance of mine because of the way they were treating waiters. Like just so much attitude and like, can I talk to the manager? And I was like, oh my God, like get me out of this situation. So
This
like,
is a friend of yours?
yeah. So
Okay.
I was just like, no, I'm not doing this again. So it was like twice.
That's why you never dated an Indian dude. No, I'm just joking. Have you gone to India? How they treat? When we have
that-
relatives, I'm like, yo, you got this ain't India. You can't be like,
Oh my God.
they're not cats. Like,
Snapping. Oof.
yeah. Well, in India, it's very different. In other countries too, the way they treat the wait staff and stuff.
The hell?
It's not like America.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
The worst-
That's true.
I took my uncle to like the Apple stores and buy like an Apple Watch and tried to like barter for an Apple Watch.
No.
Yeah.
Negotiate.
Yeah.
Cringe.
You're like, this doesn't
And
work
I was
like
like,
that.
this doesn't work like this. Like
Yeah.
they're corporate. They're not going to negotiate
Right.
with you.
This person can't do anything for
I love
you.
it though.
They just work
It's
here.
so funny.
And I was like, I'm sorry.
Okay, look, no, this is a new MacBook. It's nice, but my wife makes really good naan.
Yeah.
I'll trade you butter chicken for this laptop.
Come on, look at me. Look at me.
Hedi, how do you treat people?
Great.
I mean, I hope with dignity and
That was such a sweet answer.
you know, like you treat people the way you want to be treated, right? I think that's the key.
Yeah.
I also think it's like, don't you think though, it goes deeper? Like I was reading this thing where it's like, you treat people the way you actually treat yourself, right? Behind closed doors, right? And the people who are miserable to they're so miserable to themselves.
I don't know if I agree with that because I'm pretty brutal to myself, but I treat everybody very nice.
That's very true. That's me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Same, me too.
Yeah.
I go out of my way to be nice to people.
Yeah.
In coffee shops and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're so brutal to yourself?
Somebody actually said this to me once. They said it's my temperament. And when she said that to me, it made all the sense and it has mitigated so much stress. I was like, oh, okay, I can accept that because that's just like a default wiring I have. But once you accept that baseline, everything else becomes easier for me.
That makes sense. Yeah. Same. It's like I'm overly like willing to help others and stuff, but then if I need help, I'm like, I don't want to like, ask or inconvenience them and stuff like that.
Yeah, and can I say that I made a feature movie like a decade ago and
Bobby
Yalda
Khan.
Yalda PA'd on it and she didn't take any money and she helped every weekend. We shot it over 2 years. She was always there. So
Yeah.
Oh,
you,
wow,
you
that's
helped us out
amazing.
so much.
Oh,
She's
Desi
here.
So
OC.
fun. I mean,
Yeah.
now I need the money. Tarun. I have
She
a
has a
baby now.
daughter.
Yeah.
I take credit for her success. I gave her the.
Yeah, thank you. It's on my resume. That's how I got my jobs. No, it was for a while, but no, it was such an awesome experience. And like the friends that, we made on that set we're still friends,
Yeah.
2
I came
decades
to your
later.
premiere for that. I didn't
know,
know you
thank
that
you.
well.
Oh,
but-
really? Did
Well,
you?
because his younger brother Kunal is a good buddy of mine.
Oh, okay.
He's one of my first actor friends I met at an
Okay.
audition.
Yeah, Kunal's awesome.
And
yeah.
so it was through Kunal had invited
Yeah.
us to come. I didn't know Tarun that well then. I met
Okay.
him.
Thank you for coming.
That was in downtown, right?
I remember it was at this theater.
Yes.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
And at that time I was like, oh, this is neat. And like I've produced movies since. But I remember at that time I'd never done it. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
How do you even do that? How do you put something together?
Yeah.
And then every time you make something, you still wonder how you put. It's like magic.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
too many variables for it not to be magic.
That's why like they call like when you make a movie, it's like going to war.
It
Because
is.
it's like you have to bring all these people together, schedules, and Thurn did all of that for
Yeah.
Bobby Cotton. Like
Oh,
you
thanks.
did amazing
It's
producing it. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Did I do that?
No, it's called wrap up. We got.
Oh, okay. I was like, I touched the mic and that came up.
It's not some magic
He's basically
microphone.
like, yo, dude. Like,
I know.
We should finish up. Yalda, where can our fans find you on social media?
I'm YLD5 on Instagram, but more importantly, add me on LinkedIn. That's where it's at.
oh, we've never heard a LinkedIn drop on the pod. A LinkedIn? This is where you know we get real
My
professional.
Instagram
Tarun.
is private,
No,
so
no.
LinkedIn, just add me there.
Tarun, you just went to a different category, bro. This is fantastic. We got LinkedIn up in here. You can find me at the Pritesh Shah on everything.
Find him on MySpace
First of all,
and OnlyFans.
That's where it's at.
OnlyFans is losing business, and MySpace only if you're on my top 8. Okay, let's just get that out the way.
You can find me on Instagram, Hedi at Head in the Clouda, or homesbyhedi.com.
And apparently,
My website.
Tarun thinks all of her friends are super hot.
She's hot
If you want
too.
him
That's true. You can't be like that friend is hot. You have to be like you're all hot.
Hedi is
Thank
the
you.
is the
Why is
leader.
that? Why do we have to do that?
Because you don't want to make her feel bad. Because it's like
No, of course. But I'm just saying. So, but girls can say like, if there's 5 guys, you can say I think he's cute. You wouldn't say they all cute.
that is true.
Ah.
Yalda's also hot. Let's throw her in the mix.
See what happens? See, girls never feel uncomfortable. They are
feel
so
uncomfortable.
easy.
Can I
to do
not
that
give you a
with dudes.
compliment?
No, I just feel like we've never our relationship has never been like.
Maybe that's
Tarun
why-
is so hot. Like it's just like Tarun is Tarun.
Oh shit, Tarun's so hot.
I'm something. Jesus Christ. I go to the gym every day.
I mean like
Hedi,
our,
Tarun's
it's
so
more
hot.
like it's more like brother sisters. What I'm saying. Like I never thought of it as.
Oh wow,
Friends.
that's an insult.
right?
That's the best.
Yeah.
When you ask a girl hey, what do you think? I'm a good looking dude, and she says you're like my brother. You're done. It's a wrap.
Okay, obviously, I said I look up to you.
I'm just messing with you.
I'm like, hold on. I'm not trying to make you feel bad.
I'm just
married.
messing with you.
She's married.
That's not my only personality thing.
Hey, but look, she's
She's
married.
married.
She's married.
Find her on LinkedIn.
Yeah, find me on LinkedIn.
Find her on LinkedIn.
And you can find me at Tarun Shetty. And I want to thank all of you guys for coming by.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having me.
you.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
fun.
It was a
That was
little
fun.
fun.
And thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, send this to your friends. Help get the word out. Join us on Patreon. And we will see you guys next time. Take care.